Morning. These last 2 days I haven't exercised because yesterday I got called into work early. Good thing they caught me before I went out and exercised. I was like half a minute to leaving. And today, going out with a daughter for breakfast. So I'm taking advantage of the time and I'm waiting for her to get here to walk around the block. Real treadmill in the morning. I ordered this book, Choose Your Enemies Wisely, from Patrick Bet-David, because he's successful. I was hoping maybe I could learn a few things. He says in business, in order to be successful, you got to look back and really analyze what you've done wrong in the past. And then he said the common denominator is you, which means me. So if you look at my past 3 relationships, you got to dig in deep. It's going to be painful on what I did wrong and what I'm currently doing wrong. If you look at it, my MO is I let a lot of things go. I just don't do the job properly. My wife said thousands of times, that's not how you do it. I could never see what the hell she was talking about. But last couple days I've been organizing all my stuff. Decided to start using everything that I own. So here's this selfie stick that's sitting in my car 24/7 for about 5 years. So I'm using it. If I don't use it, I'm getting rid of it. Got up, started brushing snow off the cars in the driveway. And in this book, it talks about your relationships. It's 2 different things, duration and depth. No sense being married or having a relationship, there's no depth to it. So, I've been lucky that a couple of my relationships last as long as they did. But I gotta concentrate on myself and the depth of my relationships. So here we go. At least I can see behind me. They're gonna think I'm a weirdo carrying a selfie stick. So if I had to do it all over again with my son, raising my son, I didn't have too much to worry about school-wise with Steven because he was smarter than me. So all I tried to do was emphasize his doing. And a past relationship got him reading, which helped me. His grade shot up after he started reading. So my theory is you have to read and do. No sense all that reading if you're not going to do something with it and accomplish something or create an interest in a child along the way, or several interests. So if I had to do it all over again, which is not much I can improve on, but if I had to do it again, if I was thinking about grandkids now, I would put one shelf up in their room, which would be their current books that they're reading. Got little bookends on it so nothing would fall out. And then I'd have a regular bookshelf with many shelves on it, like the kids' own mini library. When they were done with the books, they'd accumulate them on the little library that they had. The whole thing about school is it's on the spot learning. They show up, we're letting the professionals handle the teaching of our kids, you know. It's like when I looked at stereo receivers with my son. We looked at 5 different ones, and I was shocked that every single one was a little different, and there's certainly one's better than the other. So if you're looking at teachers, you know, we all generically think the teacher, that's their thing. That's what they went to school for and good at, but you know, maybe they can't communicate with every single student and every single need that they have. So it's up to us as parents. When they're in elementary school, you should get a format of learning from all the teachers, what they're going to learn this year. And you can look up every single 5th grade math problem on the internet, learn it yourself, and then as they're going through stuff, you're getting out the whiteboard and you're teaching them how to divide and subtract and multiply and all that stuff that they're supposed to learn. And while we're teaching them that, we can learn some of the new stuff that we picked up and help our own lives in work, looking at different ways of doing things or how to solve things. And I'm going to start researching to see if I can, so if your kid's in 4th grade, while they're in 4th grade, you're getting them ready for 5th grade, you're getting all the books that, even if they use books now, you know, I'm hearing a lot of things, they're doing a lot of things on computers and they just let them do their own, figuring it out how to do it, which I had that in school once where you did things on your own and you progressed on your own, and in which the smart kids, they would be in advanced within 6 months, where the other ones would be behind because they couldn't understand what they're doing. So you get the books for 5th grade, and he reads those over the summer. And then you prepare yourself, so any questions he has in English, math, science, or history, you'll be ready. And you could use real-world application of everything that he's learning as an example. Because you got to create an interest. If you show the math of the world, they're going to have interest because they can apply it. You know, you let them pick their own interests, not just because you wrestled in high school, have them wrestling. So I learned the hard way, and it cost me quite a bit to find out that my son didn't want to wrestle. But I accepted it. I said, all right, you can quit. So he did his thing, basketball. So anyway, you're doing advancing and thinking about your son or daughter's education ahead of time. And if they run into problems, you're going to have to dive in there deep and pick up the slack. It's not all teachers know all the different methods to teach your students, and obviously they're not caring if somebody falls by the wayside. If I was a teacher, I'd make sure everybody made it through. Because I'd take it personally if somebody didn't get something, or I didn't take the time to make sure they got it. So, that's all I've got to say today. You know what to do. And are you up yet?